YouTube, what is going on? West Coast Gamers here. This is a new game that I have just started playing, I should say. It's been out for a while. Somebody mentioned it to me in the comments section below. It's called Pocket Stables on iOS. I don't know if it's on Android, but man, I am addicted to this game. For anybody that grew up playing like the old school Pokemon games on the Game Boy Colors and stuff, this game reminds me a lot of that, just not from the look but also from the music, and then just the options, how you select things. This is such a fun horse racing game that I never expected to be this enjoyable. So I really appreciate who pointed me to this game, and I did not mean to go to that section. So we are just going to come back up here. And no, we don't want to quit. We want to go to start. And I've already been playing this game for a while. I wanted to get a hang of it. I didn't want to start the file over, but I will be talking you guys through things. It is $4.99 on the iPhone store, but if you are a fan of horse racing, this is totally worth the $5 that you will pay once and you're done and the game is yours. It is totally worth the $5. Apparently, I think there's 20 years that you can play in this game. I'm only at year 2 right now, and like I said, I've already played it quite a bit, so just to be at year 2 is still really good as far as the replay value is concerned. So like I said, $5 one time, and you know, it's yours for the keeping, and I really highly recommend it. I'm not getting anything from promoting this game or nothing. There's no sponsorship. It's just this game is so fun. If you're a true horse racing fan, I think will definitely like it, especially if you kind of appreciated playing those older games on the Game Boy Colors. So we'll be reading stuff, and like I said, I'll kind of show you guys you know, some of the things about the game. Some things definitely took a learning curve and time to adjust to, as far as figuring out the navigation, figuring out how to train your horses, how to get in races, how to use the proper, you know, training materials, how to build new facilities for your ranch, so to speak. A lot of that stuff took a little bit of time to learn, so I'm going to do my best to explain most of that stuff to you guys as simple as possible. That way, if you pick this game up, hopefully my advice and my tips will help you to get going quicker in the game, and be able to play to the point where you don't have to think about everything that you're doing. Ultimately, that's always what you want in a video game. You don't have to think about every little thing that you're doing. You want it to be so secondhand nature and just so simple that, you know, your brain can just go from boom, 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 and not have to, you know, digress on the thoughts or whatever. So anyways, Speech Widow has popped up from Part-Timer, who says, hello, I've been training hard day in and day out to get a job in racing, but the racetrack never got back to me, so I've come to this ranch with high hopes. Part-Timer is here to observe the ranch. So as you guys can see, this is our ranch, West Coast Gamers Ranch. We have our 2 little stables, or our stable that can house 2 horses here. And I'll go into more detail about our horses. You see that's a pool. I believe that's our horse Plucky Tom, who is currently training in the pool right now. We have a pasture. This is where horses can rest to recover from races. Obviously, like in every horse game, there's a fatigue level. The more you race your horse, the more their fatigue level comes up. When you put your horse in the pasture here, they will just be resting, and then their fatigue will obviously decrease over time. So you can see this little pink bar. It's kind of, I don't know if I can zoom. Okay, I can zoom in. So you should see this pink bar on screen. That is the bar that's essentially dictating the recovery of the horse. And once that is complete, then your horse will move to its next training exercise or whatever you have in store for the horse. So it's about to be 7:00 p.m. It seems that the horses and the jockey, if you have a jockey at your farm, go to bed at 7 and they wake back up at 4 a.m. in the morning. This is our walking course. The horses will come in here, and as you can see down here, where you see the blue horseshoe icon and the green horse icon, this boosts speed and dexterity, and I'll go into those in a little bit more detail. So obviously, as you can see, each facility has its own thing as far as how it makes your horse better or how it helps your horse recover. So the walking course boosts your horse's speed and dexterity, and like I said, the pasture is for your horses to rest and get rid of that fatigue. And the pool, as you can see at the bottom or kind of the middle of your screen, this facility is used to boost intensity and stamina, also very important. And obviously all these facilities, they have a maintenance cost that will go into your monthly cost. So keep that in mind. Every month you'll be charged maintenance fees for your facilities, for your jockeys, for your horses, for the training, all of that. And there's more facilities you can acquire too, but we won't go into detail about those as I don't have them. Now there are 2 new things I've added. Now this is for visitors coming to your ranch. This one here, you can receive medals, okay. Yeah, that's not really important. This is a memorial panel. Now this is another facility. Visitors can come here, and sometimes they'll give you medals. Other times they'll just drop off, money. Obviously they'll be paying you money to look at whatever you have in your memorial panel. And like I said, sometimes they give you rare medals, which can be used to upgrade different training items and so forth. And obviously with those training items, you can use them on your horses to make them better. Now, my favorite facility that I currently have right now, and it's kind of hard to see because it's behind this the entrance, but it's just where that visitor just went into right now. It is the ice cream shop, and if I can click on it, okay. So the ice cream shop facility is what it sounds like. It's an ice cream shop for our visitors, and as we can see, we are charging, I believe, what is it, $7? $7 for something, $2 for something else. Total is $10 basically. So every time a visitor goes into the ice cream shop and buys something, we essentially get $10 for them making that purchase. And obviously that just helps to keep our ranch up and going, and that's our way to accumulate income for our farm and for our ranch. And sometimes we'll get items, but you don't always get items. And they'll spend, you see, $10. So we just got $10 for that visitor who went to the ice cream shop. We just got $5 for that visitor who took pictures at the memorial panel. Watch, this visitor will do the same thing. $5. So as you can see, building these facilities for people to come to your ranch is actually a good way for you to get a little bit of extra income and money. And when your ranch gets really big and popular, you'll be having, probably dozens and dozens of visitors giving you money to partake in these activities. It keeps them happy. It keeps the popularity of your ranch up as well. So that is all kind of the facility and building aspect of this game so far. I'm just going to save right quick. Menu. I will be showing you guys a different building. So obviously you can plant trees and different plants and crops for the aesthetic look of your farm. I'm not really into that right now. I care more about the quality of the horses and the quality of my visitors. So you have a lodge here, and it says this is for ranch hands to live, which we already have that. It's where our jockey sleeps. Of course, the stable. We can manage 2 horses. Obviously, we can build another stable and get more horses, but I kind of like the 2 horses I'm with right now. And until we're really winning on a consistent basis, I won't build another stable. Training, where we only have access to the pool, of course, the walking course, and then the pasture, which I explained all those, and then stores, the memorial panel, and the ice cream shop I also explained. And I'm assuming obviously you can get more things as you grow and your farm or your ranch gets better. So in this menu, let's take a look at the horses here, training wise. So on screen right now, you guys see my horse, Plucky Tom, is 2 years old. And then my second horse, Black Lola, is also 2 years old. The maiden, and still has not won a race yet. But Plucky Tom, I think, has actually won. I think Plucky Tom has won 2 races so far, which is really exciting when you finally get that first win under your belt. So as you can see here in the upper right corner, underneath the yellow bar that says Racehorse Training 1 out of 2, look to the right. You'll see energy, ENRG, and then you see the number. That number obviously represents how many energy points you have to do with this special training. So because we haven't trained this horse in a while and the fatigue level is really low, we're going to go ahead and click on special training. And as you can see, there are different activities that you can train your horse in, and you'll see how much it costs with the red text just underneath that yellow bar that says your horse's name. So this says Stride PR. I'm assuming Stride Preference or something, but we'll just call it Stride. As you can see, the cost to train this horse, the cost for training this horse via Stride Preference, I'm assuming, will cost $45. Let's jump down to massage. As you can see, where it's highlighted in blue, it'll cost $75 to give our horse a massage. And then when you go back up to the red text that has the minus symbol next to the number, that lets you know how many energy points obviously you're using. So if we want to give our horse a massage, it's going to cost us 7 energy points from the 20. So obviously we'll be left with 13, and it will cost $75. I'm actually going to do an example of this now because we do need to train this horse. So what do I want to boost? I want to boost intensity because everything else is pretty solid, but the intensity of this horse is not good. It's only 59. So as you can see, it's going to cost us $30, and then we'll lose 5 energy points. So you see where it says energy in the upper left corner, that's going to go to 15. Training pitch preference, success. We got +4 in intensity, and now you can see our energy has dropped to 15. So hopefully that was pretty self-explanatory. I apologize if I was kind of rumbling and bumbling and stumbling over my words, but I'm just trying to find ways to make sure that I'm explaining things as simple as possible, because from my understanding, I haven't seen any videos explaining this stuff. So I'm hoping if other people play this game, this video will be helpful and helping you guys at least get an idea. And then once you play around with it more, trust me, it's not very difficult at all. Because when I initially played, I'm like, there's really nothing explaining. Like, there are help pages. Like if you go to, hold on a second, save, if you go to menu, system, help, these pages are here, but you don't see the icons, you know what I mean? So they're just giving you text explanations, which is not the best help. So that's why I want to give you guys the explanations with the actual icons. That way you can put icon and explanations together, and you'll be able to hopefully understand things a lot simpler. So let's go back to horses because we weren't done training yet. And there's learnability as well. This is a little bit more complex. Basically, when your horse learns an ability, it improves, their individual statistic for whatever that ability is. As you can see from my horse Plucky Tom, it is level 2 for the speed ability. And as you can see towards the bottom of that box where it says SPED plus 33 in blue text, that means our horse's speed ability was improved by 33 points. So you can obviously do that for your horses. It takes a little bit of time to get to that point, but it definitely helps. And there are no abilities to learn. You have to make sure you get an ability, and once you do, then you can obviously apply it to your horse. And over time, you can go up higher and higher with the levels. Your horse will get more bonus points for that individual ability. Like I said, that's a little bit more technical, but once you get to that part and point of the game, you'll understand it more when you kind of play around with it. I will go show you guys the training plan here very soon. In fact, actually, let's just go ahead and do it right now. So show training plan. Training plan is where you set up what you want your horses to do for essentially 3 activities. As you can see underneath the yellow bar that says training plan, you'll see facility 1, facility 2, and overseer. So facility 1 means what do you want your horse to do for the first training exercise in the day. Your horses do 3 training exercises a day essentially, or they're at 3 training facilities a day. Facility 1, Plucky Tom goes to the pasture, which I showed you guys earlier on, which is the green meadows essentially. Exercise 2, I just keep my horse in the pasture, especially if their fatigue is really high. You can do that. And then number 3, I don't have anything, because number 3 is usually when your horse will train with the jockey that you hire to stay at your ranch. But currently, the jockey I hired is training my other horse, Black Lola. So, technically speaking, my 2-year-old horse, Plucky Tom, is only going to be at the pasture for his facility 1, and then he'll stay at the pasture for facility 2. But let's look at Black Lola here down below. Now, Black Lola, when she starts off the day, she'll also be in the pasture, but she'll be with the jockey that we hired. Facility 2, she'll be at the walking course, so she'll get her speed and her dexterity increased with the jockey. And then number 3, she will spend some more time. Actually, I think it might be 2. I apologize. There's only 2. Your horses only do 2 activities a day. So, for example, like I said, Black Lola, she'll spend her first activity at the pasture. Her second activity will be at the walking circle. The overseer is the jockey that's in charge of training your horse. So, like I said, for Black Lola, Hal Norton, that's the name of the jockey, he is the one that's in charge of doing the training for my horse Black Lola. So when Black Lola's in the pasture, the jockey will be with her, helping boost those attributes a little bit better. And then when Black Lola's at the walking course, the jockey will be with her at the walking course as well and help improve those abilities. So as you can see, if you have more than one jockey, then that means for my horse Plucky Tom up here, I could put a jockey there under the overseer category, and that jockey would then be training Plucky Tom the same way. So because Plucky Tom's stamina is pretty much good, I'm going to go ahead and change this. I'll put Plucky Tom to the pool for stamina and intensity, and pool. We'll have Plucky Tom do pool exercises twice a day, and Black Lola I'll keep at the pasture. So that's the training plan, and it works the same for both horses, obviously, as you can see. So you can set their preferred facilities and overseers. There's different horse categories as well. You start off obviously as a maiden, and then you move up to 5 mil, which means you've won 1 race, 10 mil, which is 2 races, and obviously the higher up you go, the different variety of races you can partake in, and then eventually get to that Triple Crown. But like I said, that's more so down the line. Enter race. As you can see, Black Lola, the fatigue bar at the kind of corner right of the squarish box here that says fatigue, F-A-T-I-G. The fatigue bar is still not all the way down, maybe about 25 to 30% still fatigue, so not going to enter Black Lola in a race. But as you can see here with Plucky Tom, the bar is almost completely clear, and the blue is very little. So we're going to go ahead and enter Plucky Tom into our first race, and as you can see, as a 10 mil horse, we can qualify for this 10 mil race, or we can do a local race. You know, you have choices about what you want to do as far as that's concerned. The local race, you only get $320 if you come in first place. Probably a little bit easier for you to do and get away with. But because our horse is a higher class and I want to win more money to help, we're going to do this 10 mil race. 10 mil race. As you can see, the course design is a little different. You see the amount you can win, which is $900. The track surface is soft and on grass. Long with a sudden curve, speed and dexterity are key. Now the thing is, you have to know what your horse is best at. So you click on details. And if you guys didn't see that, I did it too quick. You can obviously see the bottom left portion of the screen where the green kind of gradient box is. You'll see the word in the box that says details. Click on details, and obviously you'll see your horse's stats in more detail as far as the icons and their fatigue level and the surface. Now, you see my horse's name, Plucky Tom. You see to the right of that it says 2 years old. Look immediately underneath where it says 2YO, and you'll see what looks like a grass surface picture with a pink circle, and then next to that you'll see what looks like a dirt surface picture with 2 reddish orangish circles. That tells you what surface is better for your horse. And I'm pretty sure the red circles means that's the best surface for your horse, which means, according to the picture, my horse is better on dirt than it is grass. And that's for Plucky Tom. If I go to my other horse, Black Lola, as you can see, the 2 red circles are on the grass surface icon, and there's a pink circle on the dirt one. So that's how you know which surface is usually better for your horse. And I've confirmed that because both of the races I have won have been on the dirt surface, and the grass surface races for this particular horse I don't do too well in. So make sure you pay attention to that when you're obviously entering your races. So when we go to enter race, technically speaking, this 10 mil race we are not going to do well in because the surface is grass. But if you want to give it a shot, of course, like in any game you can, I'm going to go ahead and still give it a shot because I think our horse's speed and dexterity are still pretty good. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we will put a different jockey on the horse. You don't have to use the jockey that actually races at your stable. You can use other jockeys, which, as you can see now, there are 12 total jockeys you can use. So I'm going to go ahead and use a jockey that I think might be able to get us a win. They're a little costly, but they're worth it if you get them done. So I can use Pony Dogswood. Her stats look pretty solid all the way around. Cornering's not bad. I'm going to take a chance. Use the most expensive jockey I can get. So yeah, Nelson cost us $700. Now we're at $654. So I feel like there's something else I need to show you guys. Jockeys, instruct. Keep in mind as well, when you hire a jockey to permanently stay at your ranch, you can train that jockey to increase their stats. So when you look at these icons in the right corner of the box, you see what says HDLE and then the number 39. I can't remember what that actually stands for. Hurdle or huddle, something like that. Regardless, you have that attribute, and then underneath it you see the 2 dashing arrows pointing to the left. That's drive. Next icon under that is kind of like that curving turning arrow. That's cornering, meaning how fast your horse and jockey can maintain stamina and speed on the curve and turns of tracks. And then training, as you can see, the yellow icon box with like the blue whip. That is what I was referring to earlier when your jockey trains your horses at the facility. So the higher that is, the higher your training ability on your jockey is, the better your horses are going to improve and the better their stats are going to increase. So you kind of want to make sure you focus on that, especially if you have a jockey staying at your stable or at your ranch. So as you can see, Hal Norton's his salary is only $9 a month, so he's extremely cheap. I do need to get another jockey here soon. He's raced 4 times total, and he has 1 race under his belt. I'm obviously assuming the more better he gets as a jockey, the better his stats improve. The more races he wins, the higher his salary obviously will become. So you'll still want to make sure your jockey's winning, because besides just training horses, it also helps, and it's cheaper to race your own jockey as opposed to paying, like I did, damn near $800 for the jockey that I paid to race on my horse. So special training, as you can see, if you train your jockey in endurance, it'll cost $75. Jump roping will cost $75. Whip use will cost $110, and train up will cost $100. And you can see the energy underneath this little window. You see jockey also has 20 points of energy, so using these different exercises takes away a certain amount of energy points. So I will do endurance here. So our jockey is going to train in endurance, and he just gained 1 point in endurance. So now we have 14 energy points left. I will go ahead and train jockey and train up so he can train our horses better. He's getting that good education in. 1 point goes up for training, and then I'll do the last one in whip use. So I believe that is drive and train up. It will cost $110, and his driving ability, which I think is related to speed, and then of course the training ability, both go up. So that's it. Can't train him anymore. And yeah, so we got Plucky Tom in a race next month. So as you can see here, at the very top of your screen, you see the dandelion, or is that a dandelion? I don't know my flowers anymore. Anyways, you see that icon to the very left. You see what says year, and you see the number 2. You see MN, which obviously stands for month. The number 7, AM. The time is underneath that. So clearly we are in year 2, month 7. That means our horse will be in the race for next month, which will be month 8. What else did I explain? Oh, medals. Okay, medals. Medals are very important. Now, looking at the screen, look at the top right corner where my money is, where it says $369. Look immediately under that at that silverish horse coin. Those are your medals. And what you do with medals is you upgrade different things that you have. So if you go to actions, you go to buy items. You can buy items that obviously help with different reasons. As you can see here, quality seed, it boosts facility quality. Nutrient drink recovers a horse's fatigue. So if you give this nutrient drink to a horse immediately after its race, its fatigue level will drop down and you'll be able to race it again sooner. Gift shop, that's something new for visitors that come to your ranch can pay for. That's eventually what I want to get more side income to help keep the stable and the ranch afloat. So you guys kind of got the idea of how these things work. Here's a coconut tree. You can click on details. Appeal by 4. Appeal is also important for your ranch. The higher your appeal is, the more likely people are to visit your ranch and spend more time at your facilities, like the ice cream shop, the memorial panel, the gift shop, so on and so forth. I definitely want to add these coconut trees once I get more money and time. Like I said, this game is awesome, man. It really feels like kind of playing Pokemon. If you played Pokemon, this stuff is very reminiscent of like going to the Poke Market and getting like potions and Pokeballs and all that kind of stuff. But let's go back to here to actions, and we're gonna go upgrade. Now, I was talking about this speed ability earlier, right? And how you can increase the level and the ability of, or increase the level of this particular ability. That way your horse's stat can improve. So as you can see here, the speed ability is only at level 2. Now, if I want to improve it again, it's going to cost 20 medals. You can see that underneath the silverish coin icon towards the right of your screen. You see it says 20. That means it's going to cost 20 medals to upgrade this ability to the next level. So, using 20 medals to begin improving ability, you click yes, and speed ability will not improve. It usually, I think, takes a month in the game, quote unquote, so that's no time. And then it'll be probably upgraded then for the next month. So as you can see here on screen right now, as we look into Pasture, you see my jockey is spending time with Black Lola because he is her overseer. So he's spending time with her, which will help her training and help her fatigue, most importantly in this particular case, reduce. You see, her fatigue reduced by 7. Now, if he wasn't with her, her fatigue probably would have only reduced by maybe 4 or 5. So you see the benefit of having jockeys at your stable and so on. And we just got 4 medal points for that visitor who just gave us some medals from spending time at the memorial panel. Upgrade complete. And as you can see, speed ability now goes from 33 points to 40 points. And now it's improved to level 3. So with all that being said, let's go back to our horses here. Train, learnability. And as you can see, the horse's speed ability is maxed out because we just upgraded it. So now my horse Plucky Tom has the most speed it can for this ability, which is at level 3. And as you can see now, speed also increased to 160. We have a race this month, and yeah, cannot wait. And then we'll enter our other horse Black Lola in a race the following month. I think you can only enter 1 horse in a race per month. I don't think you can enter 2 horses in the same race, or 2 horses in a race per month. So 1 month each, you can enter only 1 horse in a race. So month 8, Plucky Tom will be racing, which is this horse. And that means in the next month after that, which will be month 9 or month 10, we could then race our maiden Black Lola. So that's kind of mostly everything as far as the basics and the most important stuff you guys need to know about starting this game and playing this game. So hopefully that made sense, and I did my best to try to explain things in layman's terms. I'm sorry if some of it was confusing, but at least with the video going along with some of these icons and options and explanations, you guys will be able to grasp the game quicker. I didn't have the luxury of doing that, so I had to literally figure things out by trial and error, but hopefully my video will help some of you get used to playing the game a lot quicker. So we are having a race this month, and here it is. The day of the 10 Mil Qualifier has arrived. I'm nervous, but I'll be cheering you on. That is June Field. She's kind of like our public relations, personal staff assistant lady. Pretty much that's what I would categorize her as. Anyways, let's head out. Like I said, our horse's preference, I should say, as far as the surface is dirt, not grass. So I don't know how well we'll do today, but we'll give it a shot. Now here's the race screen. You can obviously do tactics here. You can decide if you want your horse to be a closer. You can see the explanations at the very bottom of this brownish box. If your horse is a closer, it says they will make a quick rush at the end. You click over to the next one, which is Stalker. Obviously, it says your horse will hang back and gradually pull ahead. Early, your horse will stay up front and then break out at the end. Or Front Runner, the horse will take the lead early on and keep it. Now, because this is not a surface that I think my horse is particularly good with, I may go ahead. I don't want to start off as a closer or a stalker, because if this isn't a good surface, I feel like our horse is going to get left behind if we choose to start really late. So I'll keep my horse kind of up to the front and hopefully break out at the end, because our stamina is pretty good at 113 and our speed is 160. So we'll see, hopefully, if that'll kind of help. As a front runner, I think we'll gas out really quick. So I will keep my horse as an early runner, and we'll just kind of show you guys the race presentation. So as you can see, number 1 is Just Jumper, ridden by Timothy Lord. Number 2 is Diamondback, ridden by Sammy Cruz. He's got lots of stamina. Number 3 is 21 to Run. I like that name. Ridden by Jeeves Whitlock. Number 4 is our horse, Plucky Tom. Expect fine positioning. The second favorite. Okay, we're the second favorite today. Did not expect that. So maybe our horse doesn't do too bad on the grass. But then again, I paid literally more than half of my income for a jockey to ride my horse and hopefully get us a win in this race. Which, if we win, we're getting all that money back. So it'll be worth it. So now for the race itself. It's a field of 6 going 800 meters. It should be exciting. Sorry, I just want to make sure my volume was up, which it should be for you guys. And they're off. So our jockey is the girl with the pink hair. And you'll understand the actual racing meters as the race goes on. Third place, though, not bad. Second place. 3 wide here. Looking pretty good. Now first place. Still got a little bit left. This is my first time racing on a course like this. She's looking pretty good. This corner is going to be the deal breaker. Can we hold it off on this corner? They're catching us. They're catching us. Ah, man, we just got caught. Second place still. Not a bad effort at all. We were the second favorite anyway, so that is still a really solid result, considering our horse is not too keen on the grass surface. Still second place is a solid finish, and we get $360. So we basically get half back what we paid for the jockey. I took quite a bit of a risk there, and won't do that again with the jockey and the course setup. It's still not terrible. And we got some new people here, it appears, that are interested in us. A fan named Shepard, Diamond in the Associated Press. Plucky Tom's stamina has increased by 7. That's good. Alright, so with that being said, I'm just kind of going to play a little bit more. Let's see if there's any other abilities I can upgrade here. Upgrade? No, speed is already upgraded to the max. Can I buy anything? Okay, nothing we can buy to improve. Alright. Horses. Actually, jockey. We need to buy another jockey, low-key. Now, you can fire your jockey if you want to, or you can hire another one. I want to hire another jockey, so we can have 2 jockeys training our horses. You can look at your ranch info, too. It tells you, my ranch, we have raced in 12 races. We won 3 times. Pedigree is 2. Our maintenance is $60 a month, and I think we've earned $4,911 total. We've had 48 guests at the park, not bad. So as you can see, our maintenance isn't too costly. So we earned $370 from that race, from coming in second, and our maintenance cost is only $60. So we're really paying the most money for training and for jockeys. That's kind of where most of your money is going to go. But the facility costs themselves actually are very inexpensive, fortunately. So I was going to go to jockey. I want to hire another jockey. Now, right now, there's only 3 other jockeys we can hire. She's good, but her salary is $360 a week. That's high. It's very high, and especially if I plan on training my horses as well as I think, as much as I think she's worth it. I don't know if we want to go that high right now. So I may want to settle for either this other jockey, Ewan, or whatever, Hillsbrook, or Peregrine Lee, who looks like she's about like 90 years old, but it's all good. Been on the road for 20 years. Okay, so yeah, maybe she is close to 90. Joking aside, I don't know, her or him. His salary is a little bit more. What are we really getting? We're not really getting that much of having him over her. So you know what? I'll go ahead and hire Peregrine.
Thank you. I can't wait to spend time with the horses.
So we have a new jockey here. Awesome. So with that being said, okay, wait. Peregrine's got some more text for us.
Hello. This ranch is as good as I've heard. I love to settle someplace like this.
I cracked myself up. Go to build menu and select lodging. Living near horses should make raising them easier. No house. Oh, we have to build another one. So we have to build another lodge. I thought 2 jockeys could live in the same lodge. Apparently they need their own entire house, instead of it kind of being like a dormitory room and board situation. So because I want to keep her relatively close to the other jockey, we'll just place that right there, and boom. She's got her own house, and the other jockey, Hal, he has his. Hello there, rancher. Thanks to you, I've learned all about horses, and I've been thinking about veterinary school. I bought you this with my allowance. I figured it might be some use to you. We got an item, the pedigree paper. There's an equine, post, magazine, whatever. I don't really care for it, but I do want to see that new item he got us. Now, the lab. When you come to the lab, which I did that pretty quick, sorry. You go to actions, of course, you go to lab. Now, this is after somebody's given you an item, and you can see what the item is. Use a new pedigree. You can research this, and I don't know if it's an ability or what. We're going to go ahead and research it. Now you can choose the pedigree to research. Ah, okay. So you can actually study your horse's pedigree to see kind of what attributes have been best for them and so on, and study this pedigree. Interesting. So this horse is Seeker, Charger, and Lapine. Okay, then. I'm sure there's still some things I'm not 100% accurate on, so bear with me. Nimble running stallions, horses with staying power. There are ears. There are huge ears here at all. Let's see. I kind of like horses with staying power. The Charger seems pretty solid. Stamina's good. Temper. We'll do this. Begin research. Okay. You receive pedigree papers. Research them to buy new racehorses. Okay. So, let's look at horses. Buy. Look for a new horse. They have different abilities depending on pedigree. There's a horse for $400 called Northerner and a horse called Chateau. Search for horse Northerner. A lot of candidates will check back in a while. With that being said, I'm going to set up my training here since I got a new jockey. So remember what I was talking about when we can set up the overseer for our horses? We'll go to show training plan. No, we're not race yet. Show training plan. As you can see, Plucky Tom is pool. I'm going to change this to Pasture to obviously get reduce that fatigue. Pasture to reduce that fatigue. And we will put our new jockey, Peregrine Lee, in charge. Oh, her salary is only $12, so maybe paying outright for the jockeys is more expensive, but once you actually get them to your stables, their salary is going to be very, very low until they start winning. Well, okay, Peregrine Green is in charge of Plucky Tom. Hal Norton's still going to be in charge of Black Lola. Speaking of Black Lola, let's go ahead and enter in a race. Look at that speed, 179. That's pretty darn good. In fact, Hal has really helped this horse a lot. This horse used to be terrible, and having my jockey Hal Norton train with Black Lola has really been beneficial. So we'll go ahead and hit this maiden race. Hopefully it's on the dirt. Well, it is what it is. Speed and dexterity are key. Both of those attributes for my horse Black Lola is good. Jockey, we'll have Hal go ahead and ride, apply. All right. So we got a race next month, which will be the 9th. And yeah, Peregrine, what are you doing? Are you asleep? What are you doing in here? We gotta train her. Let's work on her train up ability too. That to me is one of the most important things to train for your jockey, because not only are they going to become better as jockeys, they will also help your horse get better with their stats. So to me, that's one of the most important things to train up on your jockey when you get them to your stable. And then of course I'll work on, I'm just going to do train up. The other things will come into play later. Okay, so that's it. Not spending any more money this month. I'll wait till we get in our maiden race and see if we can get a dub under our belt here. Only a couple more hours and everybody will be going to sleep. I found 3 of the northern horses you want to buy. Are you interested? Let's take a look. Plucky Tom 2. Interesting. We already have a horse named Plucky Tom. There's a 2. There's a Brown Rich horse. And intensity and speed are garbage. Plucky North, intensity, speed are garbage. But we don't need a new horse now. I'm completely fine with my 2, and I want to continue to use them. I'll experiment with more horses as we get further in the game. But right now, there's really no need to get more. And it'll be more costly, $72 in monthly maintenance. It is race month, so Hal Norton is on Black Lola. You can see him right now. You can now make use of the Charger pedigree, okay? You see Hal's going to take Black Lola to the pool, and they're going to get that pool work in. And then Peregrine is going to be in the pasture, relaxing our horse Plucky Tom, getting that fatigue and conditioning back up. It's race day here for Black Lola. Hal Norton will be the jockey in the saddle. Yeah, this will be the last race. This video is almost about 40 minutes, so hopefully I have done the best of my abilities to try to explain this game, show you some of the things, and like I said, I'm sure maybe some things I'm not 100% accurate on, but hopefully at least you guys get the idea, especially if you're going to get this game. And like I said, I get absolutely nothing out of doing this. It's just so enjoyable, and I love seeing other people enjoy the same game as me. So, he's sure the crowd favorite. Okay, so we are the crowd favorite today here on Black Lola. That's good. Wild One ridden by Sammy Cruz. Gate position 4, Pegasus ridden by Jeeves Whitlock. I kind of wish your jockeys would have helmets too. I don't know why they don't. Jackson Lyons is on Hall & Oates. It's a good band. So it's a field of 5. And I'm not sure if maybe your jockeys eventually get, helmets and gear over time, or if they just stay the same. It's not a big deal. It's just something I noticed. So we're in gate position 2. So let's see if we can get our first race here today. Our first win for our maiden Black Lola, and they're off. Okay, so not a great start, but just punched out of there. There's the speed of our horse Black Lola. Look at that, man. Now this curve, this is usually when races are won or lost. How you do on the turns is huge, and right now we are still firmly in the lead. We're winning by about what, 4-5 lengths right now. Still staying strong here. Still staying strong. Yep, that was about a 4 or 5 length win. Get our first win for Black Lola. That is what I'm talking about. By a whole second. That is awesome. $600 in prize money. And you see our class will change from maiden to 5 mil. Let's go. Heck yeah. And you see fame increases for other people that are constantly at your farm. Or at your ranch, I should say. Congratulations to 2-year-old Black Lola for getting that first win here at the maiden race. Black Lola's stamina has increased by 6. So with that said, we will save. We'll go to horses right quick, train, and we'll go to Black Lola, show training plan, pasture, and walking circle. Which, speed and dexterity. This horse is really, really fast, so I want to continue to train it in the walking course for that speed to go up, especially if we stick to shorter races for Black Lola. I think that's really the best suit for her. Plucky Tom, like I said, I'll have him stay in the actually his fatigue's almost down. We'll do pasture, and then what does Plucky Tom need? Intensity. Speed isn't terrible, stamina is actually solid, but we need intensity. Intensity will give us a little bit more firepower off of being competitive. So we'll have Plucky Tom also get in the pool, rest in the pasture. And boom. In fact, we'll race Plucky Tom next month. We'll have both of them just kind of chill. Special training. We can you can do special training if you want to. You're not obligated because obviously it costs money. So if you want to budget yourself, don't even worry about doing special training. But because I want to get this fatigue reduced, we'll go ahead and do massage. It's not too expensive. And a fatigue drops by 3, so we can do massage again if we want to. But I actually need to work. Yeah, we'll do jump drill for dexterity and intensity. We'll do that. Our fatigue is going to go back up a little bit, as you can see, but not too much. Intensity only increased by 1. So you don't always have to do special training. It's why it's called special training. It's not mandatory. And especially, like I said, if you want to budget your money, I wouldn't even worry about it personally. I would just kind of stick to, doing the regular training, which is setting, your horses up for the facilities in here. Make sure you have a jockey attached to a horse if you can, and just kind of let that training do its work. It's much more cost effective that way. So I want to do one more race with Plucky Tom, and then we will probably call it a day for this video. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying. Make sure to leave your comments, obviously, in the comment section below if you have this game. And if you haven't, like I said, it's $5, but it's totally worth the $5. I guarantee it. And the fact that, you can play this on your phone whenever you want, and you don't have to do the sideways stuff like with Rival Stars. You can play this sideways, though. See, I'm going to shift it now. And you can. I don't like playing it like this sometimes. I like just kind of holding it like I used to hold my Game Boys. Because you could only play Game Boys like this with the upright. So this is personally what I prefer. So yeah, it's very important to make sure that you have facilities like ice cream shop and the memorial panel for your visitors to come and spend money at and just have a good time. It helps keep your income rolling with your stable, and most importantly, more people will come to visit, and they'll stay at your ranch for longer. And the longer they're at your ranch, the longer you'll make more money. So you can be making money without even racing, basically. So it's the next month. Plucky Tom's fatigue is all the way down. Black Lola still has a little bit of way to go. That's crazy. This horse used to be way worse than this one. And look at the stats now. Because I've been having Plucky Tom train with my jockey. And my jockey, I'm going to show you guys, who is Hal Norton, his training ability is at 32. And like I said, I haven't done a whole lot of special training for Black Lola. I've just really relied on the jockey to do that. So we'll do more special training for him. Train up. Keep training up. Keep reading. Keep diving into that knowledge. That's helping make him better as a jockey. That's helped making our horse better as well. And our horses get more out of their training sessions. So training up is definitely what I focus on. You guys can focus on whatever you want. That's just what I prefer right now, because I feel like it's rewarding me the best results. Train up again, dude. Why not? Study, man. Hit them books. Because all you're going to do is just make our horse better. And Peregrine Lee, we'll get her focused on maybe whip use. Because she'll have her training ability go up as well as the drive. But sometimes the other one won't go up. And actually, we're a little broke. We're not broke, but we're close to it. So that's all we'll do. Let's enter Plucky Tom into a race. We have a local race, and we got another 10 mil, and we have a 5 mil qualifier. Tough dirt course, being dirt savvy is key. I like that. The other race is another one on grass. I don't think we'll be the favorite for that. And then this is just a normal commercial or cornmeal anniversary race, which is pretty easy. Well balanced, takes overall proficiency. I'm pretty sure we could win this race, but this is a 5 mil qualifier, so I would like to do this. And you can also see your records on the courses as well. Like you see where it says champ, and then underneath that says record. 1R means you've raced here once, and then the number next to the letter W means how many times you won. So obviously on this course we just raced about 10 minutes ago. We have not won on it yet. At this course we've won once, which is a good sign, and on this course we haven't won. So we're gonna go ahead and do this 5 mil qualifier for Plucky Tom, and I'm gonna go ahead and have our jockey ride, because like I said, when you put other jockeys on them, you have to pay fees for them to ride your horse in that race. So it does kind of make sense to probably have your own jockeys ride your horses in the race. We'll give Peregrine a shot here, since she's actually the one training the horse now. So we'll see how she does in her first race on Plucky Tom, and that's pretty much it. We just kind of chill from there. So we will save, and I don't think there's really anything else to do as far as upgrading or concerned buying items. Yeah, like I said, we're broke anyway, so we'll need to wait. But as you can see, Peregrine is in the pool training with Plucky Tom, then Hal Norton is riding on Black Lola. Both of them are going to get more increases in their abilities because they are with their overseers, aka their jockeys, aka their trainers in this game, which is really cool. So yeah, like I said, love this game. It's so freaking fun, man. And yeah, I'm so glad that in fact, I'm gonna look at the comments now who told me about this game. You may hear a lot of clicking in the background because I'm on my laptop here trying to find who actually told me about this game, because it's like I said, totally worth the $5, man. I think most horse racing games are worth it if you pay for them, because there's not a whole lot out there. Usually they're worth it if you have to pay even a little bit. $5 on the iPhone store to me is nothing. So you're contemplating on getting it, I promise you it's worth the money if you enjoy horse racing and you enjoy just kind of that old school arcadey Game Boy-ish Pokemon feel or whatever you used to play. I'm telling you, this game will definitely give you that same kind of nostalgia vibe too. It's absolutely awesome. Okay, it's the day of the 5 mil qualifier. This will be the last race here of this video, so let's hope that we do good. My laptop's loading slow, I apologize. But yeah, I thank you for, actually, maybe we'll be able to get through. Yeah. Okay, he'll be great on dirt. He's the sure the crowd favorite. So I told you guys this horse was supposed to be really good on dirt, and that's the case. Somebody left a video saying a comment saying I was self-promoting. I don't self-promote in any of my videos. What do you mean? People are funny. Oh, tactics. Early, you know what? Let's just start out. We'll keep starting out early. I don't think we'll need to jump out to a really early lead or anything unnecessary. I can't remember which video I left. That comment was left on. I'm gonna see if I can find it here. But here we go. Plucky Tom is the crowd favorite for today. We should get a win. I hope we do. Tell us, I can't pronounce your name, or I don't want to mispronounce it. Talesse. Tell me how to pronounce your name in the chat, in the comment section below. I would really appreciate that. But yeah, she's the one that told me about the game, and I'm so glad that you did, because like I said, I've been having such a ball with it. All right, Peregrine. Not looking too bad here. Just about halfway through the race now. Still got some competition. I don't know what horse number that is, but look like we're slowly pulling away here. Still looking strong. The rest of the field's not really catching up. We're still looking strong. Down to the stretch, we're pulling away. Probably 6-7 length win. What a win for Plucky Tom and Peregrine Lee. Almost 10 lengths. That is a win. That is a huge win. New jockey. And that is awesome. $800 for Plucky Tom, man. This horse is on the verge of getting to that Triple Crown here sooner or later. What a win. What a win. That is awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Yeah. Let me see. But yeah, let me know how to pronounce your name so I can actually make sure, like I said, that I do it right. You know, next time I mention. But guys, that is going to go ahead and do it here for this video. I'm probably still going to play a little bit off screen, and I will be probably doing this as a more regular Let's Play series in cooperation, or collaboration I should say, with Gallop Racer, which will be returning. I've been kind of messing around with my recording because I think I'm going to get something new to get a little bit better recording quality for the Gallop Racer. And to make sure that I can record it in the proper resolution, I'm going to have to make some changes. But I will be trying to get the first episode back to that here very soon. Appreciate your love and support on the channel. Like I said, I get nothing out of promoting this game. This is just me telling you guys it's a fun game, and I think you should give it a shot. And if you do, let me know what you think of it ultimately. And yeah, we'll be back with some more gameplay here very soon. West Coast Gamer Sounds. Next time, we'll have a great and fantastic day. See ya, and goodbye.